Hello guys, it's Kaustubh and today we're going to learn some more Python. And today our topic is about loops, and to be more specific, it's for loops. So what for loop is basically this. So we're going to start. So this is basically like this is the we're going to show I'm going to show you this for I in range, and then there's going to be a value, okay, and then we're gonna have some code here. So this is the formula for it. I mean, like, this is the code for it. But what actually happens is, so we have a variable here, okay. So now for is a loop, okay. So we have a variable we have a variable here, okay. Like I is the variable. So I is the variable, and range is basically uh, I in like I in the range of 0 to 10, which but 0 does not count as one. It counts from 0 to 10 means 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, not including 0, okay. So what actually happens in here is that we're going so I is the variable, right? So for I in range 0 to 10, which means it's gonna count from 1 to 10 though. So it's gonna be so in the first iteration first iteration it's gonna be that I is gonna be 1. The first iteration I is gonna be 1. First iteration I is gonna be 1, okay. And then we're gonna run some code, okay. Let's just print I. Sorry, I, yeah. So we're gonna print I here. So I is basically right now I is when we're not running anything, I is basically nothing. So for I in range, we're actually creating a variable here. So I in range 1 to, it's going to be 0 to 10. That means it's going to count from 1 to 10, okay. So in the first time I is going to be 1, and then we're going to run this code, like whatever code is inside of this for loop, and then we're going to go again, and then and then I is going to be is in range, and then it's going to be the second iteration. So in the uh, second iteration it's gonna be that I is gonna be 2. So it's gonna print 2, and it's gonna go till it's gonna go, and then when it's iteration 9, it's gonna print 9, and it's gonna go again here, and then it's gonna go to 10. It's gonna print 10, and then it's gonna stop because it has in the iteration 10. It's gonna stop because it's written 0 to 10, okay. So let's check it out. So let me just put this here. End is here. What just happened? Oh, okay. Sorry, I forgot to configure this. I think it's this one. Let me check. Yeah, it is this one. So I'm gonna put a space here. Okay, sorry, I guess I said it the wrong way. It's from 0 to 9 because it's still 10, yeah. So it's still 9. Like it has happened to me that some websites have these, like when you type the code, it's gonna run from 1 to 10. So just keep that in mind, okay. So it could be 1 to 10, or it's gonna be 0 to 9. So yeah, you basically got the concept. So we're just gonna run through again. In the first iteration, I is gonna be 1. So I in the range of 0 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 9, and then maybe 10 it may come, but let's just for this Python interpreter, it's not the same, so it's going to be till 9, okay. So between the range of 9 to 10, okay, 0 to 10, it's going to print I. So 1 2 3 4 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so there are 10 iterations, and it's going to print from 0. So 0 to 9. 10 iterations means 0 is the first iteration, 1 is the 2, 2 is the 3, 4 is the 4. I mean 3 is the 4. The fourth is the 4 is the fifth iteration, and sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, and 10th iteration. So it will come till here and then stop, and then when it prints 0, it's gonna finish with this. Okay, so you basically got it, I guess. And then what do we have next? Yeah, now we have was something known as like we're gonna add a value, like a value. Okay, uh, uh, um yeah, so I'm just gonna say something that here I'm using I. So if you can even use J, or you can use this. It doesn't really matter. Okay, so when you use this underscore, that means you're not going to use this, you're not going to use the underscore. So you can just use it like if you want to just print one, like wait, if you just want to print one number 10 times, then go ahead, do this. Just put this space like in this one, like the underscore, and then just here you have 10 ones. And also you can use J for this. Actually any variable you can use, like for name you can just use name, and then yeah, like this, and then yeah, that's all. So you like remember in while loop. So in a while loop we used to do this. We used to have like print name. Okay, and let us see, let us count plus is equal to 1. Let's have this variable here, and count is equal to 0. Okay, wait, what happened with the for loop? What happened to the for loop? This code is unreachable. What does that mean? Oh wait, I'm gonna wait, let me stop this. Yeah, not stop, I didn't stop it yet, but yeah, here. So I'm gonna write a statement here, while count count is not equal to 10. Okay, count is not while count is not equal to 10, which means if count is 10, then run this. If count is not 10, then don't run this and get out of here. Like this basically means break. Okay, yeah, here. So that means it's gonna, I think it's gonna repeat till 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Yeah, it's gonna repeat till 10. So you see here we have count as +1. Yeah, right. So every time this while loop runs, then count is gonna be 1. Count is gonna plus with 1. So that it does not run forever, like we saw in the other code. So here this is gonna run forever. It's not never gonna stop. I mean, it's gonna stop because there are some conditions in this Python that yeah. Wait, where is it? Where is it? Oh, okay, it's not this, but there is a error that you can't do it forever, or else it's gonna crash. So count plus is equal to 1. So we're just incrementing count to 1. So in the for loop we can do the same thing. Okay. So so yeah, we can have 2 here. So it's gonna be name is gonna be incremented by 2. Like the name is first name is 0. So name is first gonna be 0, and then in the first iteration is gonna be 0, and then in the second iteration is gonna be 1, and then in the third iteration is gonna be 2, and in the like fourth iteration is gonna be 3. It's gonna go like that. Yeah. So name is the variable, and then name is 0 right now in the first iteration. So range is 0 to 2 and 10, and then this is another parameter. Parameters are like basically what we take in the brackets for for loops, not while loops. You can do while loops, I guess, but parameters are for functions and all, and classes for those things. Okay. So we have 2 here, which is another parameter. So what this parameter does is it's gonna increase name by 2, like it's gonna plus 2. It's not gonna plus 1 like before. Here you could see that it's gonna be plusing 1. 0 plus 1 is 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 plus 1 is 3. 3 plus 1 is 4. Like that it's gonna be. But here when I type 2, when I give a parameter which is 2, it's gonna plus 2. So 0 plus 2 is 4. I mean 2, and then it's gonna be 4, and then it's gonna be 6, and then it's gonna be 8. So 10 will not be printed since it's 0 to 10. So it's gonna only be 9. So 9 is not it does not come, like if you plus 1 only it comes 9. So that's why it's not gonna come. So I think it's gonna be that much for the video. And if you enjoyed it and learned something from it, then just press the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys next time.